Hello, everyone. The Minecraft music is pretty loud, and it stopped. Yay! Um, Hold on. I'm totally unprepared. Because I need to check here to see if anyone is chatting. Oh shit! No, 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 not there. I always do that, and I'm surprised every time it happens. Okay, gotta turn down the volume as well. Very important. Okay. And we're a go. We are a go. So you will stay like that. Yes. So I can see you. Oh, I need to do this too. Show on stream. All right. So when we last left, I made a road from my continent to another continent. Because everything will be paved eventually. And I think, if there's a lot of people listening, I won't do it, but I'll play some of my music later. Not live, obviously, but I'll play it on the stream because I want to see what happens. Like, will I get a notification because loyal listeners of this stream or watchers of this stream, none of you, but loyal watchers or listeners of this stream will remember that I wanted to do an album review podcast, and I was playing Doors music, and I got like a copyright, not a strike, but like that they blocked it in certain territories because of the music. And so yesterday I sang a lot of the same music, and I didn't get blocked at all. So I think it's about the combination of the music and the vocal. I wonder though, probably pretty easy to. Oh, that's very dramatic music, Minecraft. It's probably easy to it's hard to think. I was about to say, maybe I could rethink it. Like, if I had, I could isolate different parts of the track, but then you don't hear the whole thing. I don't know. This is the highway. I went in that direction because I thought maybe that was a different island than that, but it's all the same. It's one continent. Maybe when I run out of blocks, I'll play one song. I'll have a lot more to play later. Because I think that got a bunch of singles which will be released like starting tomorrow, or I think on the 16th. And then I have two albums coming out at the end of the month. So I'll have a lot of stuff to play. Oh, it goes all wonky. I should probably follow that, right? But I want to go straight and see if I can, because I'm going to run out of stuff. Run out of blocks eventually. I'm just going to see if there's anyone here that I should say hello to. No, just me. Only me. Also, I recorded an episode which you can find on the Leverton on Everything podcast channel about the feud between Marc Maron and Joe Rogan. It's basically Marc Maron said he said a lot of things, but basically that he's not a fan of Joe Rogan and this sort of Austin scene, how it's sort of monopolized comedy. So I had some thoughts about that. And I think it's kind of funny because I don't really like Marc Maron's comedy, although I did watch one special and I was like, yeah, that's fine. But also I'm not a big fan of Joe Rogan as well. So it's like, they're fighting. Oh no. Who should I support? I don't like either one of them. But I think Marc Maron's point was that it's really hard to be unique in comedy. And I've noticed that actually, that a lot of comedy is not unique anymore and it's sort of mean-spirited. So that's what the episode is about. Well, you can check it out if you want. Can't afford to waste blocks here because I need to get back to my continent, but I think I'm going to run out of blocks. So I have to walk all the way back. And put on some music while I walk. That's a plan. But I wonder, because it's not actually that long. I mean, it didn't take me all of my blocks to go in one direction, so it might not take me all my blocks to go back. Dolphin. Dolphin having a good time. It is relaxing. I haven't been streaming or Minecrafting in a while, and it is really relaxing. I have a holiday at the end of the week, so I'm really excited about that. And then I have like a couple of, because I have a lot of time off. I have a lot of PTO that I have to take off. I have like 3 weeks until the end of the year, and then I still have more. So that's nice. I think I'm going to actually make it. Hello, person who has joined me on this stream. I am building a road from one continental mass, which you can barely make. That's actually not the continent. That's the road where it turns. But there's a road and it turns in that direction. And then it goes back to my home continent. Actually, I don't even think this is my home continent. Well, it's where I made my home. I didn't start out living here. I swam across the ocean. Oh, it's hot in here now. Because we finally have summer. Oh, I need to open a window. One moment. Oh, someone's here. I mean, in the chat. Lisa plays for you. Yes, I can see. Lisa plays for you. What does Lisa play? I wonder. I wonder what happens because I'm watching. Oh, Lisa plays for you. Said something. She said, okay. Nice. If you are listening, Lisa plays for you. I apologize for what I'm about to say, but usually what happens is I start streaming and then I get like very few viewers because why would you watch an old man play Minecraft? And then somebody tries to sell me some design services. Which I don't really want. No, too fast, too far. Wonder if I'll make it to the other side before my material runs out. I don't think I'm going to. I think I will not be able to finish the bridge with these blocks. Although I think I might be able to because I went in that direction one time with a row of blocks, I think. So I think I'll make it. Who's faster, the salmon or me? Check the chat again. Yay, you're a person. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I gathered that they are bots and scammers. Um, you know. So exciting that a person is watching. I mean, any person. And listening. And not just botting. Botting? Is botting a verb? I don't know. Oh. Itch, 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 itch. It's dark in the middle of the ocean. Soon there shall be no, well, maybe not soon. Someday there will be no ocean here. I will have conquered the ocean. So Lisa plays for you. If you're still here, what do you play? What kind of games do you play? Do you play Minecraft? I have to wait a little bit for the stream to catch up to what I actually said. Of course. Mm-hmm. Almost out of dirt, almost out of dirt, almost out of dirt, almost out of dirt. I think she's still here, but I'm very curious what games she plays. Maybe I have to actually write in the chat. Okay, so I'll get rid of this stack of dirt and then I'll write it in the chat. Excitement, excitement. Ah. See if she's still here. Or if that is my constant bot companion. Maybe not constant, but oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. That was too much excitement. That's why I want this bridge to be bigger. It's not safe. I think I am close to the other side because there's the continental shelf. My son was telling me that he thinks that Minecraft is somewhat infinite, and because it's just so vast, but I don't think it is actually. All right, this is this boat that I think this is halfway. Because I discovered a boat yesterday. I think I'm going to run out of dirt. Also, my work because there was some problems in the office. And I don't want to get too, well, I don't think there's very many people watching this anyway, so I can say it. My work, the office where I work, they found bed bugs. And they found bed bugs like right before my last vacation. So, like in January? No, the beginning of July. So, they forced people to go to the office. Well, they, like for a week or something, they let people work from home and they said, yeah, everything is fine. And then there are people who were like, no, nothing is fine. There's still bugs here. And on the one hand, I would say that it is completely possible that people are being paranoid because of the situation. But on the other hand, it's completely possible that people are not being paranoid. But anyway, they stopped the forced work from home and now we have to work from the office. All right, so I ran out of dirt and I'm gonna put on. So I have a single called Resurrection. It's 3 songs. You can find it on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna play the first one, but let me check how many people are here. 2 people. So this is the actual single, and there's a B side and a C side. So the single is called Resurrection. Of course, there are ads. Finally. Oh, it scared me. It's my song. I need those blocks. Okay, that was my song Resurrection that you can find on any fine streaming service. 0 comments. I wonder if I'm going to get like a copyright strike for that. not a copyright strike, but a notification, because theoretically they should, because all of these streaming sites that you submit your music to, they have that kind of detection stuff. But I don't know if they actually do. It would be weird if they gave me, like, if they blocked my video because I played my own music. So it's like an experiment. I'm seeing if the bots actually understand that. I think I'm streaming to the same channel where that music is uploaded to, so it should work. I mean, I shouldn't get a strike on it. Maybe it would be only if it was another channel. Okay, I'm probably going to play more music, but because there, as I said, is a B side and a C side. The B side is Lament of the Mourning Dove, and the B side is called, oh, more blocks. Need to get that block. Kawasaki Ninja! Yeah, the B side is called Lament of the Mourning Dove, and the C side is called On Getting a Haircut. So, Resurrection, the song you just heard, is about love. And now Minecraft is like, you thought that was a banger? I got a banger for you. I really like this side of the castle because I know where the door is. And the whole point of the fence around everything is, my son told me that animals would generate inside the fence and then get stuck there, but it seems like they're generating outside of the fence, to be honest. Okay, those are blocks. I mean, no dirt. And I'm gonna make a pyramid, I think, with all of the... Oh, that's granite. Oh, is that all granite? Why does granite look exactly like dirt? Yeah, it's all granite. That's granite too. Not to touch the earth, not to see the sun, nothing left to do but run, run, run. Let's run. Am I out of dirt? Oh, I can't be out of dirt. I mean, I just think that there's not a lot of dirt here. Maybe somebody broke in and stole all my dirt. Or maybe I just used a lot more dirt than I thought I did. Or maybe the dirt is right here. That's probably more accurate. Nothing left to do but run, run, run. Let's run. Yeah, I'm on a bit of a Doors kick recently. Great music. Pretentious, fun, dark, depressing, funky, all of that stuff. I think that's the last one. I mean, yeah. Wow. That's crazy. I'm about to use well, maybe not about to is a bit of a stretch, but I am about to well, I'm very close to having used all of the dirt that I got from getting rid of this mountain. Yes, sheep. You know what I'm going to do? Build. Where's the bridge? There's the bridge. And now invasive species will be able to migrate from one continent to another, causing ecological destruction, which is kind of the point of this. Yes, the point of this is that it is a work. It's a performance. It's a work of performance art. Yes. Okay. So if I don't disappoint you all, I mean, I don't think I would disappoint you. I'm going to play the next song after I do this entire row of dirt here. So I should be able to make it to the other side. Which are the rooms and the comforts there? Well, maybe I'll just play it now. Is there anyone here? No. All right, my other song. So the B side, Lament of the Morning Dove. And of course, advertisements. Skip. Oh, I could mute it. Not like no one like Yeah, I don't like that ad for the bear. Probably cool show, but there's never, because he says there's there's one true thing about restaurants: you're never alone, which is, I guess supposed to be profound and stuff, but I don't know. All right. Now we'll play the seaside, which is on getting a haircut. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much. Ooh, I spat. Those are pretty much my three songs currently. There will be more songs later. They've been delivered. So actually, let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. I don't think you can see what I'm doing, which is good. I'm checking the site that I use to distribute the music, and I lost it. Okay, here it is. Okay, the next one. Yeah. Okay. So I have a single called Death that will be released on the 16th. I have a single called In the Bath During War, which will be released on the 17th. Also on the 17th, Thunderstorm on the Highway. On the 19th, there will be one called Sunflower. On the 21st of August, there will be another one called Immune. On the 22nd of August, one called I Cut an Island. Also on the 22nd, one called No Damnation. Uh, On the 23rd of August, one called No, I Don't Think So. And on the 24th of August, uh, another single called The First Poem, and an entire album called Sex and Love. And then on the 25th, a album called Landscapes. So check it out if you like that kind of thing. I mean, it's all like spoken poetry over a spoken word over a beat. So some people like it, some people don't like it. It's basically like arrhythmic hip hop with a variety of themes. And I think I said this yesterday, but I probably have enough for maybe another couple of albums, at least one album, and then I need to like work on the music more because I don't know if anybody's interested, but maybe because I had a thought like because it's clearly not pop music, so the chances of it being popular in my lifetime were very, very small. But then I was thinking like music isn't something that people rediscover after you die. It's not like art or something. It's just there, and if they like it, they like it, and if they don't like it, they don't like it. But I think my problem is I've always been really bad at marketing, and I kind of had the idea for this when I got started a family. So I was, on the one hand, really happy about having a family, but that relationship was not great, and having a family did not help it at all. So, you know, um, yeah. So I didn't. I tried to do a few things, but it's really hard to market your art, even if you're like, even if you. So if you're good, I mean, maybe good is not the best word because I think it's good, but if it's like commercially attractive, then it's hard even then. You need a lot of luck. And then if your music is really weird and it doesn't fit the moment at all, then you're pretty much out of luck. But I will stream, I will play it. Maybe people will like it. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to tell you the story of the different albums that I made. So when I first had the idea, I was just like in a kind of like an electronics store, and I was looking for CDs to buy. So that kind of dates me right there because, you know, you could still buy CDs back then. and I was like looking at CDs, and then I saw that they had like this Magix, I think is the company. I think it's a German company, and they had like samples. I think the first one that I got was it was like a program that you had to install with CDs, so that also is, makes it pretty dated, I would say. Yeah, so they had like this simple program where you could record your voice over samples and you could like create your own kind of songs. So I did one album and I called it The Unfortunate Tumble of Bubba James, and I gave it to my then wife, and she never listened to it, so she didn't like the music, so that's okay. We don't have the same taste in music, I would say. So then I was thinking like how to be more serious about it, and then I did a couple more albums. One was called Broken Wing, and that was pretty much like the first one I did after this Unfortunate Tumble of Bubba James. And it wasn't released anywhere. Although I think one song was released. Which you can find on Spotify, but for some reason it's not connected to my YouTube channel, even though my YouTube channel is like verified. Take the highway to the end of the night. End of the night. Yeah, so there was Broken Wing, and then Landscapes, and then one called My Descent into Madness. I was really happy with that one because I really spent a lot of time on it, and I was, like experimenting and doing things with it, like because when I started, it was just like samples and me kind of like speaking over the samples. But with that one, it was more like I did found kind of audio. I played with the voices, I played with effects. I was doing weird things where I had like, I found some travel article on Paris, and I made like one stanza of the poem be all the nouns, and then another stanza of the poem be like all the adjectives, and then another one be all the verbs, and another one be all the adverbs, and then I layered them with different effects. So it's kind of like a roundel with. I should release that some way. It's not as rockin' as the other one. So the whole idea was basically to promote poetry, because I thought maybe if you like have a beat behind it, people would be more interested. But also I think like it's really, really influenced by Jim Morrison and American Prayer, which is a spoken word poem by Jim Morrison, but it was released after he died, and the Doors did all the music for it. So it's very like kind of like their own style of music and his um, poetry. So that's kind of what I was aiming for. And there really isn't a genre of music like that, so I called it corpo. And yeah, I was promoting it like I was trying. But the thing is, I'm not great at self promotion, and it kind of died. So I think I will promote myself more. How am I not to the island yet? Can I see the island? Yeah, but they don't. There's no genre of music that's like Jim Morrison, The Doors, Leonard Cohen, and me. So I guess I have to try and get people to listen to it while I'm alive, but you know, the time is trickling down. Okay, I'm gonna go straight now. So I think when all of the singles are released and stuff, I will play more on my stream. Because why not? Unless I get like copyright violation or something. That would be ironic. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's like a free ride when you already paid. It's the good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it figured? That's crazy artist. I'm not crazy artist. I don't think she's crazy, but like a crazy story of an artist, like Alanis Morissette. Like she's not exactly a one-hit wonder because she had "You Oughta Know" and "Ironic," which I was just singing, and some other songs that were hits. But she was definitely like a one-album wonder because although she did release other albums, they weren't as successful as that first one. But, you know, which is funny because if I had one fraction of the success, like, well, one fraction could be anything, but if I had like 1/100th of the success that Alanis Morissette had, even in her like worst selling albums, I still probably would be able to retire. So that's something. I'm not going to retire though. Well, Rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride. Ooh, more salmon. Am I close? Kind of close. This is the direct route. Oh. Uh, I did not like that. Kind of quiet. I don't know why. Funny because I was more talkative yesterday, but I think I was sadder yesterday. 2 more days of work, then I have the weekend, and then I have to go back to the office for 2 days. My boss is one of those people who really loves going to the office. He can't live if he's not in the office, which is crazy because he needs to he has a lot of meetings, so generally it's basically him just having, I think he's not a bad guy or anything, but he is a boss, so he does have one specific perspective on work. But so anyway, he has a bunch of meetings in the office, and so there is maybe he can do probably 10 minutes of socialization, 15 minutes of socialization every day, and then it's just meetings all day. And so it's kind of dangerous to sit next to him because you will be interrupted. And I remember, or maybe you won't be interrupted, but you'll hear every word of his conversation. And I was having a meeting once with someone, and he wanted to talk to the person who was sitting across from me in his desk, right? So we have this open space, and there's a little bit of corner where it's not like it is open space, but there it's pretty good because you have corners and you have walls and you can hide a little bit if you want to. So there are these rows with 4 workspaces and rows. There's one row with just one workspace. So generally I sit there because I don't want it's easier to work without distractions like that because you only have to talk to one person if you want to, and you don't have to. Um, I don't know what that sound is in Minecraft. Yeah, so anyway, I was having a meeting, online meeting, of course, having a meeting, and I was talking about something, and my boss just started talking to the guy who was sitting on the opposite side of me, but like right next to my ear. And I'm like, hey, you want to like move maybe? And the funny thing is, like, he wouldn't consider that. Like, he wouldn't, I don't know. Like, I'm the kind of person, even though it doesn't might not seem like it, but I'm always really thinking about other people. Like especially if I'm physically near them, I'm like, okay, what can I do to make myself less annoying? And then if I'm taking out my stuff and it's loud, I'm like, oh, it's so loud. Sorry about that. You know. Yeah, and uh so I don't know how much more I can say. I don't want to dox myself. But yeah, he's loud. I think you got the point of the story. Life is a highway. If you're going my way, I wanna ride it all night long. Tom Cochran, ladies and gentlemen. That is a one-hit wonder. Although actually, I don't think he was one-hit wonder. That was certainly his biggest hit, but I think he had a few more Canadian hits. Yeah, I was reading this subreddit called Ask a Canadian, and they were asking like something like um, what were they asking? Um, they're basically like, "What's a Canadian only hit?" And I was saying, "Well, thank you, whoever has been here um, for over an hour with me. Thank you very much." Um, so yeah, they're talking about like Canada only hits, and I was like, they don't have them anymore because there used to be like maybe not hundreds, but probably about hundreds of songs that would be like really popular in Canada, but they wouldn't break in other countries. And that's because there was a cultural tariff, or maybe it was like a subsidy. So basically, canned music in Canada, probably still, there was some rule that you had to play like 40 or 20% of your music content had to be Canadian. Um, and I remember I volunteered for a radio show. Well, maybe not volunteered. When I was in university, there was a when I was in university, there was a um, a radio station, and it was like a student-run radio station, and you could like put in your proposals for your own radio show. And generally, like, it was kind of crazy because I had two ideas for a radio show, and I had got both of them. So, like, I think that they didn't really say no. But I remember why I brought that up is because I remember that we also had to track like music that you could play. So it was like music that was like they had like a catalog of music that you could play on your shows. And if you played music on the show, then you had to make sure that whatever percentage it was. So you had like a form that you had to write out, like, yeah, I played this song and it's Canadian. And like, it's really weird definition of Canadian music according to the government, because it can be something that was recorded in Canada that counts. The producer, I think, can be Canadian. So you could have like completely American or not Canadian at all artist. But if the producer was Canadian, then yeah, that counts as Canadian. Plus, of course, you know, the writer being Canadian or the actual performer being Canadian counts. And you may be wondering, is that a good idea? And yeah, Spotify famously got in trouble with the Canadian government because of this rule, because how on a platform like Spotify can you ensure that Canadian artists are, you know, getting played as much as they should be according to the government? So I think it's somewhat impossible, at least with streaming sites, because, you know, theoretically you choose what you, well, that's I think that was the nature of the controversy, because, you know, it is an algorithm, right? So you could write the algorithm in such a way like, okay, this guy likes country music, so please recommend in his algorithm Shania Twain, who is Canadian. You know, maybe, I don't know. Life is a highway. I should be going in that direction, but I think it would be funny if I just make this gigantic platform in the middle of the ocean. There will be no more ocean. Weird thing about that rule is that I don't think that they ever did it in movie theaters, right? It was just radio and television. So, like, not that I went to the theater a great deal as a child, because it was an hour drive away, but I don't remember until I went to university ever going to the cinema to watch like a Canadian movie. And those weren't like normal cinemas, you know, they were art house cinemas. So maybe that's how they got around it. Like, you know, we're not an art house cinema, we're like commercial, and Canadian movies are not very commercial usually. So I don't know. Interesting topic. Yeah, and it's not like libraries had to have like a 20% Canadian content rule, although probably, I don't know. There probably was more than 20% Canadian content. But maybe that's just natural, right? Like, you know, if you, like in the town where I grew up, there, not in the town, near the town where I grew up, there was a, oh, somebody said something. And I was rambling and I didn't see. Oh, it's spam, so I can't show you it. Yeah, near the town where I grew up, there was a novelist named Robertson Davies, and pretty interesting stories, a bit pretentious, like, he wrote trilogy series of novels, and he wrote plays about Canadian history, and he kind of, so in the 1970s there was like this period of like nationalism in Canadian literature, and he was already old by the time, but he kind of capitalized in that. But anyway, so I could understand in the library where I grew up that there would be his books. And also he grew up near where I grew up, and then he moved to where I went to university, and he became the editor of the newspaper there. So before he, became a novelist. So it would make a lot of sense if his books were represented there. Dirt, 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 so much dirt, so much dirt. But everything must be flat. Ooh, sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. I want to get rid of this dirt before I finish streaming, though. You know? Well, I think even I have run out of things to say. Oh, maybe I could put a pyramid here, just randomly in the middle of the ocean. A pyramid. Maybe. No. People could be commenting a lot. I'll get rid of this block and then I'll check. Well, no one commented, but there's still 2 people. I mean, I'm one of them, so I guess that doesn't count, but... Okay, I think I need to finish because my arm hurts. Or maybe it's starting to hurt, so I should listen to the signals my body makes. So I'll stop sharing. Thank you, everyone who watched or will watch this. You can find my singles on Spotify, YouTube Music, Amazon Music. Basically, anywhere you stream music, you can find it. You can also find it on my YouTube channel. So just search my name, Adam Todd Leverton, and then the music, and you'll be able to find it. All right, I am done for today. Have a good one. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.